Right on the set.
I love this shit. I love this shit. I love this shit. I love this shit.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. As the Oracle foretold, two idiots who would misinterpret the news so you don't have to. Live from Deltona, Florida, the avatars themselves, Jack and Laz.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack with a Tyrion in my arms. Ugh. Okay, fine. Be that way. Bye. Until he decides, hey, pet me some more.
I'm out of here.
Yes.
Gonna finish that intro or no?
No. We don't need no stinking intro. But welcome to the Friday edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar nude, so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours.
That's right.
It's Friday.
Friday. Fuck awesome Friday right here on NBNN.
Oh, man. Ow, thanks. Not supposed to scratch me? Oh.
He said, I wasn't
missed
finished.
the pickup.
I wasn't finished.
I missed the pickup, then he runs away, then comes straight back. Yes. Yeah. I almost lost an eye last night because Tyrion decided, hey, I want you to pet me, and he smacked my eye. Thankfully, my eyes were closed with his claws. That would have sucked. How did you lose an eye? Cat.
Yeah, that's it. But welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Friday, February 16th, 2024. Here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar giveaways are open. You know what to do. Exclamation, yes. I love free shit. Exclamation, bundle
Exclamation me. Mark. Bundle me.
Bang.
I love free shit. Bang. Bundle me, motherfucker. That's right. There. That's
there
Modi.
You go.
There goes Tyrion over the shoulder.
I'm gonna hang out up here on camera.
Yeah,
no, I'm not.
Well, I mean, this is his. I want you to pet me as well.
While I'm behind you, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, he's like looking at me like, I want pets.
I want pets.
Yeah, it's like, but I'm not going to get into a position that makes it easy. But yeah, that is Tyrion for you. It's a menace.
Well, let's get right into some news today, as we've been following a hot topic, which of course is the 2024 roadmap and future vision. And this is still going. Actually, I need to refresh that one more time just to make sure that it's all up to date. It is. But starting
Adam
with Adam,
can't figure out he can't figure out what he's going to be doing a week from now, and he can't imagine trying to come up with a plan for a year. Well, that's where in product management, you have to have someone that can keep those kind of goals out there. It's like, these are the things we are working towards.
We don't know what we're
And
doing
then,
from one day to the
and
next, but we've been here for almost 10 years.
well, we do have an idea of what we're going to be doing one day from
An
one
idea.
day.
It's called
Yeah, an
interpreting the
idea.
news.
Interpreting the Shroud of the Avatar news, if there is any, or playing marbles, or racing cars, depending on what the audience wants to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
And as a reminder, we are always open to you coming to join
More
us
blood donated.
here in Discord. So if you have something you want to join in the conversation on, all you got to do is bang Discord, which is exclamation
That's right.
Discord in chat. You can get the link. Come on into the green room and hang out with us. Just talk, discuss, argue. Tell us about something that's going on in your Shroud of the Avatar life, all that good stuff. Come share it with us because we invite you, the audience, to come hang out with us. Of course, we got Cece on the lot. We've had a regular, steady flow of people coming to hang out on the lot as of late, too. I'm surprised that we don't have Andrew here today, Lomir here today, maybe even Stymie. Stymie had the week off, I know that.
If you are curious where the NBNN lot is, if you go to Owl's Head and you go to the lot listings, you can always sort it by the house name and look for the NBNN Studios, which is owned by Jackson. Ooh, that way you know exactly where it is. Yes, because it does have that house name. But going back to the 2024 roadmap, Kashiva says, some of us do tend to lurk about. I'm curious what's on the agenda for this year, too. I kind of reached a point where I had collected everything to collect and done everything I could do, unless I learned to play one of the pretzel finger meta builds. Interested to see the direction the content takes, if it's going to be monsters with more and more HP making solo play impossible, which is what the trend was when I last played, or perhaps a re-exploration of the non-combat stuffs, book system, social achievements, or what. For me, the combat has always been just a means to an end to get stuff, and when I stopped being able to get the things without dragging a fire mage or tamer with me, I lost interest quickly. Seeing a roadmap, even with the possibility of adding new crafting tree or non-combat progression or cool new deco features, would certainly entice me back. Yes.
That's coming from a seasoned player.
A seasoned player, yes. And Berrigan just laughing at her for the pretzel-fingered meta builds.
Yeah. 3,000 different keys trying to get the right combos.
Yeah.
Because, combat is not easily handled sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's like all my skills that I really need, I tried to keep on keys 1 through 6. That way I don't have, because I do have that split keyboard.
Yeah. Don't even bother. I pull out a pet and I let my pet do the heavy lifting. Knight Rider's on the lot. What's up, Knight Rider?
Yes. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah. I like how they're both leaving Led Zepp's space open for that corn cob.
Well, that space has got its own unique smell over there, so.
Yeah, it's been seasoned.
Lomir likes to sit in that spot. I don't know why. Yeah.
Well, sometimes he sits on my side. Sometimes.
But next thing we got up here is a topic from Stymie. And the other day, Stymie and I were out, and we were showing each other our cloak collections, and this is
Yes.
pretty much related to what he would hope to have so that he can put something like this over each one of the cloaks with a little descriptor.
Yes. An engravable plaque needed. I'd like to see the artwork for the blank engravable signs shrunk down to be able to use them on statues, under artwork, and basically under any item to mark an occasion or its significance. Currently, they are much too big to use in this fashion. And Conjurer, would not the place for text be reduced as well if you reduce the size of the plaque? On the signs we have now, the engraving does not show. It's only seen when you hover your cursor over the sign. I would expect the same for the smaller versions. And the mounted trophy fish have a small plaque that could be reused for this purpose.
Yes.
From Lane.
Now, to give you an example of what they're talking about, we have this like hospitaller sign here, which is on the lot over here, and it has the hospitaller logo, but we can add the text to it so that when you hover over it, it tells you what it says. And ours says NBNN News welcomes you. Help available here daily. Ask Jackson Assist or Lazarus Long. And we'd be more than happy to help you with any questions or things that we can point you in the right directions to find. But it would be nice to actually see said signs that when you wrote on them actually showed up actually on the sign face itself. That would be particularly nice.
That or you could look at the sign here for "I love this shit."
Yeah, same thing.
What is this one? Yeah. Although I think someone did something wrong because that can't be "I love this shit" because
that's not "I love this shit." Yeah. Oh, it's something shit, something.
Yeah. Or if you like zoom in on the street signs, it's like these street signs don't even actually have any text on them either.
Yeah, no, the street sign would be nice if you could just take the actual,
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, to me, that's like super, super lazy that they're not engraving something on them to put them over for it.
That's par for the course, isn't it?
Well, yeah. It's like,
I mean, yeah.
It's like, it's the, we partially implemented these things. Yes. And Patchup's like, to be fair, you can probably write more now than you can fit on a sign if shown.
Get out of there.
What's Rusty doing?
It's not Rusty, it's Jewel. She's got some part of a plant over there that she's not supposed to have, but it ain't gonna hurt her, so.
Yes.
But yeah, making something that, along the lines, putting a little frame around one of these smaller signs would probably be nice. But yeah, let's go over here. I have a fish trophy on the floor. I have a shark in here. Let's see the size of this one. I'm assuming there's a little plaque on it. Yeah, see that one would be pretty cool. It's actually here, so I mean, you could actually use that plaque as a little something that you can, Of course, you can't do anything to that one. That just comes up with the whole trophy reads the same thing. You don't have to actually hover over the plaque to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there is an asset there, unless that asset's just part of that whole trophy thing, which
probably part of the trophy thing and not a separate thing where they added it. I mean, we could always go look at the Unity asset store in Google.
Come on, get in this chair. I don't know why the chairs have been so hard to sit in lately.
They've been wonky. for a long time.
Yeah.
Trophy fish. Let's see. Don't need to use. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Nope, 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 nope. Mounted fish. Go with that. Da, 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 da. Nope, 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 nope. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Unity Asset Store, and I did exactly what he asked for, which was engravable. Like, the best that I see is a keep outside, but that's just keep out. The others are just hanging wooden signs and
Yeah.
different, different variants of a wooden plaque that
Yep. Well, I still want them to actually fix the size problem. The difference between meters and feet, because the base measurement in Shroud is meters,
well, see,
not
this is
feet.
interesting. Is here? Hold on, take a look at this one. I'm gonna drop this in Discord for you to look at, and then we'll bring this over here.
Oh, yeah. That's a much nicer sign.
Right, but if you go to the second and third one, if you switch between
Yeah.
them, the second one actually has keep out. The third one is blank.
Yeah.
So it's without the wood carving, with the wood carving. So I'm assuming that there could be variants that you could and if there's variants that allow you to do that, I'm sure there would be a variant that would allow you to
Change the text.
replace that with your own text. Yeah.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Let's see what. Let's try taking engravable plaques and put that back into the search. See what it comes up with.
But yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of things that they could do to make these things actually.
Yeah. Quite possibly.
Yeah. Then you've got like low poly street signs that you could do.
Patch Up says, "What is this salty pretzel finger talk?" That was a comment about a build.
The
Patch
build
Up.
where skills are actually related.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah. Um da, 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 da.
I don't know. Patch Up seems to be on a roll here, but we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of a topic we were supposed to hit on yesterday, but didn't get a chance to due to the train wreck that we are. The best train wreck on the internet, I must say.
You mean the fact that I spent like half the call or half the thing on a work call?
Well, that and then getting derailed with the Lord British topic that got erased and we couldn't really talk about, even though I got into it, and then we went on a ramble.
Well, when do we not ramble and get off topic? I mean, because do we really have to cover these topics? Because are they really Shroud news, or are they just
Same thing we do every day,
discussions
Jack.
within the community.
Ramble on and take over the internet.
That's right. Because we're the finest source of Shroud news there is.
But this one is a deep dive, folks. So pull on your hip boots and get ready for a ride because we're gonna be wading deep. Bridge
Troil just
Troll.
subscribed with Prime.
Because
Thanks for your support, Bridge Troil.
Is Bridge Troll gonna preempt everything? Hold on, let's see. Is Bridge Troll gonna preempt
Are
everything?
we playing
What's
marbles
up,
there,
Bridge Troll?
Bridge Troll? Because are we playing marbles or are we going with the Shroud discussion? What are we doing? I'll be loading marbles in the background while we're waiting for an answer there.
I gotta fix my Steam. My Steam doesn't actually show the topics anymore down here. And here to give you
talking about topics.
Well, here I'll show you. This is my Steam window. Oh. Yeah, I can't.
You mean like you need to pin the games?
No,
to your
like
favorites.
Yeah.
Yes, your sub did come through. That's why we're trying to figure out whether or not we are playing marbles or going with the Shroud news and waiting for you to decide there, Bridget Royal. But while Laz is trying to figure something out, Zanril made a post in the new player experience feedback forum. And the first comment he has is, "Whoa, this forum category hasn't seen a new thread in almost a year and a half." Jeez.
That's what happens when I bring up my Steam.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, there's no games in the recently list. Yeah.
And Xander's like, "This is not my first time playing this game. I had very brief experience back in 2005, 6, and 16, 2015, 16, and 18 during release 20, 31, and 57. Given their age, what I experienced then is relevant. The only thing worth mentioning is that the weak specifications of my machine back then were holding me back from playing more than just briefly. I'll be using my current experience playing over the past few days offline. Before the bulk of my post, I wanted to go over my background of MMOs to share where I'm coming from and what experience I have with the genre before I played, along with some notes. This list is unsorted. Firefall, sci-fi PvE MMO first-person shooter. Played since the closed beta in 2015. I max leveled all 15 Battle Frames classes before the game shut down in 2017. UO, this game shouldn't need any introduction. I played on private free shard called Valhalla Lost for 1,400 hours. And only that shard. My experience with UO was a full PvE and roleplay experience, no PvP. I never played on any of the official servers. DDO, played as a free-to-play player, solo as a dwarf fighter. Neverwinter, played with a friend group after they all left. I played solo up to the original level cap of 60. I don't play anymore. RuneScape, 2006 was when I was most active. Returned to the game in 2023, then left again. Have always been a non-member. PlanetSide 2, sci-fi PvP MMO first-person shooter. One of the only of its kind on the market at the moment. 1,600 hours clocked. Dragon Nest. These are the most notable games. I've shown interest in many other MMO titles, but didn't get very far on them. Now, onto my feedback.
So, you're a quitter.
What?
Well, yeah, I quit.
I
I
mean,
quit. I don't play anymore. I quit. There's yeah. So he
I
plays. He play. Well, I know he's got some time in. 1,000 hours isn't anything to sneeze at. I know.
no.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time in a game.
Well, I mean, yeah. Considering. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
But so Laz, even with your stats, most of that time is not actively doing shit.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. Otherwise, your adventurer level and your crafter level would be like much higher.
Yeah, well, they're as high as they need to be, but
Well, so as Modi's like another noob who's been here for 3 days and decides they just have to write a whole ass dissertation on shit they don't like and don't understand. This is posted in the new player experience feedback forum, which is the appropriate place as Modi. So we shouldn't be giving him grief. We should be helping him.
Although he did play in 2015 and left 2016 and left in 2018 and left.
But as he says at the very beginning, it's because of his machine sucked.
Yeah. Listen, if anybody knows about having a sucky machine starting out this game, yeah, yours truly had probably one of the worst. I couldn't even jump to save my life when I first started playing this game, as you remember.
Hey, I'm aware of that. You still can't jump to save your life.
Well, yeah, that's just, that's another story. That's got nothing to do with my machine, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as Modi says, that was me as well back in 2015. You had a crappy machine, you wanted to play, but you could barely do anything thanks to the minimum requirements. I'm with you, Modi. I'm with you, buddy.
Yes.
But anyway, on to the review.
Character creation was a breeze. I thought I would dislike having to hold the right mouse button to look around, but as odd as it was, I found it intuitive and necessary since I would be using my cursor to browse and select many things in windows in the game world. Early on, I didn't understand the importance of what I found and collected. So instead of ignoring it until I did understand, I hoarded everything in sight until my inventory was full and I was encumbered by the time I reached the main camp at Solace Outskirts. At that point, I wanted to find a bank to store what I found or a merchant to sell it. I didn't think I could find a bank in Solace Outskirts since this was a tutorial scene, so I left the scene, ran to Sultan, roamed around until I found the banker in the inn, and returned to the encampment in Solace Outskirts. I did the quests at the encampment one by one, even though getting them all in bulk would have been much more efficient, but I wanted to avoid getting overwhelmed. I logged out for the day while I was gathering ore to make my own weapon instead of getting past the quest to complete the area.
Big mistake.
It took me 3 separate days to complete all the quests in the outskirts. Mostly because I took a sandbox approach to this game and was more interested in the character development and interacting with the crafting system than the quests. Good, I talked to almost everyone in Sultan.
It only takes about 15 minutes to do all those quests. Shh.
I talked to almost everyone in Sultan and learned about the importance of recipes from the tailor there. I first didn't understand why I couldn't craft something like a breastplate at the blacksmithing station. I assume I need to level up blacksmithing to unlock more to craft than just a dagger and its pieces. Thankfully, I didn't follow through with that assumption by wasting my time gathering ore to smelt and mass crafting daggers for experience. That would have been a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I continued to struggle with the inventory management and bank slot items 30 max. I wanted to go into the housing so I could have a base of operations and item dump for storing my belongings because the bank was not cutting it.
Amen to
I was disappointed to see that the deed I got from the outskirts was a row deed for a player town only, was taxed, and used crowns to be upgraded. Something I knew I got from enemies and loot sometimes. I was dreading the time and grind just to acquire a place to live to get some weight off my shoulders. This isn't to mention finding a vendor that sold storage containers, for which I found none so far. Now, this is where it's important to remember he is in offline mode. He is not playing the online version. So the deed he received, should it be for a player town only?
Yes, because as pointed out, in offline mode, all deeds work everywhere. There are no POTs in offline mode, as you recall. As you recall, there are no POT. Yeah.
There are no POTs in offline mode.
Well,
but
except for
that
one.
means that in offline mode, the description would need to be updated.
But that would stick with everything else because, offline mode uses the same exact files.
And offline mode, you can get 3 other companions as well.
Well,
which you can't do in online mode.
Let's point to a couple things here before we move on, okay? First thing, he struggled with inventory management, and he had the road deed, but he was looking for a place to place something, so he didn't read any of the instructions that would have told him this, first off. Second off...
let's go to the Shroud new player instructions real quick. Do you have that open still?
I'm opening it now. Mine actually works. The instructions. And what are we going to do? Housing?
Yes. Hold on. I need to find that link for that Google Doc. I gotta scroll. Nope. So I didn't have it open before I started talking shit. Okay, send me that link. Fuck it.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Because so we're pointing out that he didn't read the new player instructions, right?
So go to claiming a housing lot.
Okay, I am here.
And
you need a deed in offline mode. Lot deeds are generally for sale from or near the same merchants who sell house, basement, and dungeon foyer deeds, such as those who work upstairs in many banks throughout New Britannia. Certain pledge levels will also begin with an appropriate lot deeds already in the rewards section of the bank.
Okay, which is no longer in the bank, by the way. Reward section is a whole new section, so that needs to be updated. But right there, it tells him where to find lot deeds, where to find those merchants that he needs for containers, as well if he had done this. Now, also in offline mode, he was talking about upgrading his bank slots and kodos that drop more frequently in offline mode.
Does this here also say that POT deeds will work anywhere in offline mode?
Housing at PK. Go down a little further.
Okay, that's PK town criers holding the P. Claim an available lot. Double click, claim lot. Blah blah blah. Associating deeds can be associated with any lot side. For example, a town deed can be used to claim a town, village, or village lot, or a row lot, which needs to be updated. But a village cannot be claimed a town or castle-sized lot. Although once limited, anyone can claim water lots. However, the only water deeds available for purchase or upgrade are limited to POTs, which will be taxed. Some pledge deeds are exceptions in that they are allowed to be placed anywhere, including water lots, and are tax-free. Deeds may also be tax-free, blah, 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 blah. But Do these new player instructions explicitly state that?
I'm looking for it. Yeah.
Oops. I mean, because it's not going to be in lot expiration. So, yeah, well, we're Morgan. We are aware of that, but people are like, "Well, he didn't read the instructions.
Well, that was
The
me who said he
instructions
didn't read the
unclear."
instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking for is, do the instructions say that you can take that, because he claims that all he had was a POT lot deed from his quests in the outskirts. But again, it should have been pretty clear to him that there was no such thing as a POT in offline mode. So I mean, it gets yeah, it gets a little dicey there, because how do you know that if it doesn't expressly tell you that? He's walking around with a POT lot deed, excuse me, looking for a
Yeah.
POT that he's never going to find. Um, so that can be quite confusing. So we were exploring this just to see, hey, is there something in there that says, XYZ? You can use this anywhere, but again, I'll get back to other things. But first things first, we got to stop. We're way past the butt of the hour.
Oh, but.
So let's go and pull some giveaways. I'm pulling
And
mine. And
Munnerd.
fucking Lomir.
Munnerd is getting a streamer bundle for me.
And the Maynard's on the lot, so you got to just pass it to him.
That's right. Yeah, he doesn't even have to stand up because he was sitting in range. Congratulations there, Maynard. But we also noticed that, hey, the player instructions are also wrong, related to the fact that rewards are no longer in the bank. They are now in
Its
the
own
little
section,
chest
yes.
thing at the very top of your. But I auto hide that for some odd reason.
Well, I think that auto hides for everybody, doesn't it?
I don't know. I think we had to manually check that, and we both
Yeah,
did.
because mine's not auto hiding anymore, so I guess that was a manual check box.
Manual selection.
Okay,
Yes.
so back to the topic at hand. We did engravable plaques.
Our audience may be aware that POT deeds are placeable anywhere, but he may not know.
Right.
It's not in the player instructions, and so it's not articulated to new players in the offline mode, because remember, this new player is playing offline, not online.
Now, let me just get back to my other point, that had he read this and found that you can go upstairs from the bank to find XYZ, he would have also noticed that on those vendors you can buy crowns for gold to upgrade those bank lots. And the other thing he didn't realize was, and let's get over to a bank, or you just want to run around the corner here real quick.
Yeah.
To my bank.
Nope. Run to the bank.
And actually go to the bank. Okay, just to show them what everybody would see at the bank. All right, let's go.
Is the ability to upgrade the slots for gold. Bank. Yes. Upgrades, buy more slots.
So buy more slots. He sees the little purchase more bank slots in the crown shop. When you hover over that little thing, it doesn't tell you that if you click on buy more slots, it'll actually ask you to pay gold for it. Yes. Whereas if you I cancel that. But if you just put your thing over there, purchase more bank slots in the crown shop, which when you go to the crown shop, let's go to the crown shop and type in bank slots. Other 100 slots is 500 kodos. Yeah, $5. $5. Yeah. So, and 10 slots each grants an additional 10 slots each So you get 10 of those, which
And
is 100 slots.
and remember that if you're upgrading with gold, it actually does increase the amount of gold it's not
Yes,
like
per 10
10 gold,
slots.
10 gold, 10 gold. Because I'm at the pay 200 gold to add 10 more items.
Really? Lucky you.
Yeah.
How many bank slots you got?
1560.
Okay, I got 1670, and I'm at 4,900 to add 10 extra slots. So I'm going to add one more just for shits and giggles. 1680, and it goes to 5,200. I'm going to go to 17. So let's see. Here we go. And it should stay at 5,200 for 10, but it went to 5,500, which it should every 10 slots stay, which it didn't do. Every time it's going up. Yeah. So now I'm at 1,700, and they want 5,800.
It's a lot of the original backers, and I'm referring to many of them, did not want an online mode of play. They wanted it to be like Ultima's 1 through 9, where it was offline. The multiplayer element was the crowd that really came from UO. And so you have to bridge those two things. So if you actually think most of the development, as far as the quest writing and the story writing and stuff like that, is really geared toward single player version of the game, not the online stuff. So it's hard to bridge those gaps. And I have more of an issue with the way that they did the different instance types that we still have the legacy version of, where the multiplayer mode you had open, party, or private, because it used to be open, friends only in private.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to the two comments. I think he's kind of like you guys, just looking for some things to bitch about, which, no, I don't think so. I think he's given a pretty honest opinion, and Bridge Troll tends to agree with that. No, his gripes are legit. The game has never supported offline. Offline was a stupid idea. But no, actually, I have to agree with offline, because if for some reason, whatever, the game takes a dive, you'll still be able to always play the game in offline mode if it ever goes away. So you'll still have the game. The only thing I don't care for about that is they haven't included any of the expansion into offline, and don't plan to, because each expansion was supposed to have its own offline mode originally. But I would almost bet the farm that that whole idea has been scrapped altogether, so that episode 2 would be scrapped and never included as part of the same offline mode as episode 1. But yeah, hey, we've been wrong before. Prove us wrong. Please prove us wrong. But anyway, moving right along. Anyway, he would have seen, had he read that he could buy Kodos in the bank for gold, and he would have seen that he could have bought chests, which are extremely outrageously priced, for storage for his house that he could use anywhere. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so moving on.
Yeah. Let's see. I continue to struggle with inventory, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to get into housing. Sorry. I was dreading the time and grind necessary just to acquire a place to live, to get some weight off my shoulders. This isn't to mention finding a vendor that sold storage containers, for which I found none so far. Are those available in Sultan, Laz?
They're available above the banker.
The banker's in the inn.
Had he read the
in Sultan, you actually have to go to the second story of the inn.
No, it says in the instructions, above many bankers.
Well, remember, there is no bank in Sultan.
I
The bank
understand
is
that, but
the bar.
he's still in the
Yeah.
outskirts for the most part. He hasn't even made it to any of the other cities yet, which is
No. He
again,
said he went to Sultan to. I
yeah,
talked to
again,
everyone, almost
that
everyone
that
in
that,
Sultan.
that's one city, dude. He hasn't made it to
I know.
Honduras.
Yes, I know, Aaron.
Yeah, he hasn't made it anywhere except for over there in that little piece of, you know, it's a
Is
whole
it very,
huge world he
very
hasn't
small
explored.
of the
Yeah, yeah,
microcosm? Yes.
yes. And of course, there's
Currently,
none of
I'm still
those,
questing.
yeah, none of those player-owned towns that would be surrounding that area to give them, incentive. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, so and uh, there. Remember, you guys cannot message him because he's in offline mode.
yeah.
So it's like providing them help has to be done on
Well,
the
they can
forums.
message him on the
Yeah.
forums. Yeah. Anyway, let's
Yeah.
move on because we're running
Currently, I'm
short on
still
time.
questing, wanting to get a village deed and find a place to live and store all my stuff, as well as have it be a workshop to craft anything I need. But after discovering that I can buy deeds with gold, I question if I should spend gold or upgrade my current deeds using crowns. I'm unsure. Before that, I'd like to craft better heavy armor and weapons. I'm still using the plate and chainmail I found in the Sultan catacombs, and it's not good enough for the current quest I'm doing. Pain points.
Pain points.
It should be obvious that my first pain point is not having access to a bank at Solace Outskirts. If I rushed to do the quest there and wasn't distracted by the allure of crafting, I wouldn't have done what I did. Having a bank automaton would have been great. The low amount of bank slots haunts me to this day, but that is only because that is my main way of storing things. The expensive upgrade costs of my deed I got from completing the Solace Bridge outskirts, and gold cost deeds just to get a house feel so out of reach. Number 3, it's difficult to understand the power level of items at a glance and the weight of benefits on items. Is a +5 strength bonus better than +2% weapon damage? Yes.
Absolutely.
Showing what I can craft, what is in my inventory, would be better than showing me everything that I can craft and filter only my category. If I can't craft it, I don't want to see it.
Good point.
Okay. Pleasantries. I like the flexibility that deck building will provide in the future. I'm set on heavy armor and shield, blunt weapon, and earth and life magic from now. But if I want to change it up to be an archer with, say, wind, archery, light armor, and moon, I can do that. I don't feel like I can do that right now, nor do I want to yet, but I like the idea of giving a loadout to my character to change the tools I use in combat. Because your pool experience is limited and the bulk of it is gained from new quests, I feel the tug to explore new areas and grow my character instead of staying in just one area.
Absolutely.
Castle Latos is not available in offline mode because it is a POT.
No, that is one of the only ones I think that's available in offline mode, including Hometown.
Are you sure about that? Because they're both POTs.
I know, but I know that only one of the two is actually available in offline mode. We'll have to go explore that for Monday.
Haven't played offline mode in
Yeah,
very
I know.
long
Me either.
time. I don't think I even have a character in offline mode. Coloring the names of enemies from red to blue to give an idea of difficulty of the enemy I'm about to confront. That's already there. So that is something that he does like.
He likes that. He likes the different colors. Yes.
Yes. Playing in offline helped me concentrate. I can't imagine playing online first, getting peppered by players wanting to trade, join towns guilds. Ha! That doesn't happen. Quest with them, and then I need them to time to myself to get my bearings.
Yes. So Bergen answering questions.
Yes. I don't know. The bank limit for a new character was 30 slots. That seems pretty low. At Ravalox, would it be possible to increase this? By the way, you can increase the bank slot item using in-game gold. I forgot how, but it gets more expensive for each upgrade. You can also increase it with crowns. And as we demonstrated earlier, it's clicking the the link. Anyway, the tax for a rollout is 250 gold per real day. You can get 500 gold every day, but just by talking to the Oracle and choosing, saying test, and you can store a lot of stuff on a rollout, especially if you add a basement. And you get a village deed, also POT taxed, when you complete the main storyline. And he is way far away from completing
absolutely, because he hasn't even gotten out of the East Coast yet.
Yeah, and the comment about the other players, these things don't really happen.
Exactly what you said. Yes, these things don't really happen. Is being bombarded by people wanting to trade stuff and all that good stuff.
And the POT deed you got from the quest can be used in player run towns. This is a list of those towns here. Also, offline mode allows you to buy other deeds for gold from the housing vendors found in most towns. And there's a clickable link at the bottom of the bank window and a symbol that says when you move your cursor over it, purchase more bank shops in the crown shop. I was under the impression that I have to use premium currency to expand it, so I didn't bother clicking it when I first saw it. And I tried that now, and it asks for gold to expand your slots, which periodically increases in cost the more you buy. If the symbol could be replaced with a stack of gold coins and the rollover description be changed to better show it can increase my bank slots with gold, players after me won't have to have suffered like I did. How agitating.
Absolutely, because he's absolutely right on that.
Yes. Yeah. And Berrigan's like, I'm pretty sure that POT deeds can be used anywhere in offline mode. Yes. And Isolde, how funny that your first game experience mirrored my own. 3 years ago, I started playing for real like you after I upgraded my system and ran into the same issues you did. So here's a few words of help and advice here. Like you, I was disappointed I couldn't use my free deed in an NPC town, but then I learned more about player-owned towns, and I realized that actually much better off in a player-owned town. Isolde, those don't exist in offline mode.
Yeah, well, he didn't read the original post all too well, but he's got some points here, so go ahead, go with it. We got a
governors usually make sure that their town have lots of utilities, crafting areas, crafting stations, give bonus to your crafting skill, useful NPC vendors, Oracle for your daily visit, shrines and devotionals to pick up stats or skill bonuses. Many towns have active governors, blah, blah, blah. That's in online mode, not in offline. I ran around the map for a day to check out a lot of player-owned towns and finally found one that had a lovely and convenient spot for my house and lots of utilities, although no active governor, and I lived there quite happily for the longest part of my 3 years in game. For my first year, my standard roadhouse was quite enough to store my stuff and have some deco. I added a cellar for more storage. Then I learned I could upgrade from my simple row story to a 3-story with a greenhouse on top by simply crafting it, and I lived there until recently, when the town started to fall apart because the governor didn't log anymore to refresh it. So now I would advise you to pick a player-owned town with an active governor.
You don't need to refresh a POT.
Yeah. Castle Athos is in offline, but not hometown.
Okay, thank you for that information.
Yes, because neither one of us play offline.
That's coming
as for
from
containers,
Belladonna Rose.
They are quite easily craftable in the tailoring and carpentry sections. Lots of things can be containers that can be placed in your home: backpacks, bags, trunks, cupboards, desk, and many more. You can buy recipes for those, but you can also check recipes on SodaWiki. If a recipe says it is reteachable, it means you can discover the recipe yourself by putting in the right amounts of the right ingredients on the crafting table. That saves a lot of cash on your limited budget. And also, have fun and don't hesitate to ask questions in game.
Now, all good points.
He's in offline mode.
I sold, but again, he's playing in offline mode, so most of what you said does not apply to him. But finding a governor, and had you actually read that, you would understand. But the other points you give out are quite helpful. Crafting your own stuff and saving yourself money by not buying recipes and discovering them yourselves are absolutely killer points. So,
absolutely.
But in offline mode, you get money a lot more quickly. Kodos drop more frequently. And again, if you need kodos for other stuff, you can just buy them from the bank. If you're making the gold, you can just go right above, upstairs to the bank, and you can trade your gold for crowns. You don't actually have to buy them from the actual game. I'm sorry, you don't have to buy them from the studio in cash. You can actually buy them in game. So without having somebody like Phil's Kodo shop to sell them to you. So
And I just actually realized something.
what's that?
Okay, so there may be a serious problem with the difference between offline mode and online mode as far as inventory.
Okay.
Okay, remember, as having a pledge grants you a certain amount of kodos, right?
Back
And
in
those
the day,
kodos
it
are
did.
used to buy, huh?
Back in the day, it did.
Yes. So if you make an asset store purchase with Crowns of the Obsidian, it's also supposed to show it, like online, it's supposed to show up in your inventory there, or offline, it's supposed to show up in your inventory there.
Correct.
I'm curious if I log into offline mode, buy something in offline mode off the Crown shop, will it show up in the online version?
Yeah,
And will
if you bought it,
the amount of kodos that I have actually be matched up?
oh, so what you're thinking is buy the kodos from the bank with gold, purchase in the kodo store, and then that's an interesting question.
Um, yeah, we don't play offline mode, so no clue.
Yeah, plus you can edit those kodos in offline mode and create as many as you want. You
Yes,
got to know
yeah.
that.
Oh, I
Um,
do. You can also adjust all your skill levels and everything else.
but
And
that's an interesting
you,
question. I'm gonna have to go try that now.
oh.
Go buy a couple hundred deeds, for free. But yeah,
Whoopsies.
good points there. And the other thing I'm seeing that Asmodi says, I like crafting pavilions. That's one of the other
Yeah.
downfalls of playing in single player mode. You don't get the benefit of having those plus stations that you can find. There are a few plus stations gathered throughout the world, and you have to really pay attention to find out where they are. Whereas, Jack and I have the luxury. I set up these stations back here, and these are all plus stations. So if you have a governor, you have somebody who bought all these and had the stations that are all plus stations. They're all right here, available to you. Otherwise, you have to go looking. Like if you go down to the tailor's shop in Owl's Head here, or you go down to the alchemy shop, you have to really look at the crafting station to find out whether they have the pluses on them or not. Some do, some don't throughout the world, and you have to really take heed and pay close attention to whether you're getting crafting bonuses using those stations. Stop running. The hell was that, Knight Rider? What are you doing?
He's killing the dummies, man.
Oh, I just saw a big explosion there.
Yeah, of damage.
Yeah.
There was some splash damage. But Les, you know what time it is?
I do. It's Fruck Awesome Friday, and time for us to wrap things up
Oh.
here on the lot. Time to get a move on and get the weekend started. So let's go ahead and
Yeah.
pull our giveaways.
And Deuce, we do stream Monday through Friday at this exact same time. So, yes. And good luck on your stream today. But Lomir getting the streamer bundle for me today.
Morgan is going to get the streamer bundle for me. That's the second time he's won in the last couple of days. Congratulations, Morgan.
Congratulations.
And
let's see
yesterday
who's
he
getting
was
these
online.
Steam
Is he
keys.
online today?
Steam.
Yes, he
key.
is.
Let's give away Pick a Wiener. Jigoku getting a copy of Heroes of the Kingdom 3. It's actually just Hero, not Heroes.
Pretty cool.
Yes, congratulations, Jigoku. Now let's see how much that one is.
And we're going to pull the final giveaway, pick ourselves a wiener.
Hey,
And the
$10.
Bridge Troll. Bridge Troll is our final winner of the day. And let's see what we've got for Bridget Royal. Bridget Royal is going to get himself a copy of the Chenzo Club. The Chenzo Club. I don't know what the Chenzo Club is, so let's go take a look. The Chenzo Club is currently, it says on sale for 66% off at $339, but when I get out there, yes, but its retail value $9.99. Going out to
Yay.
Bridge Troll. So congratulations, Bridge Troll. And of course, thank you for your donation. I do appreciate your sub. And of course, thank you all for joining us here each and every day right here on NBNN. We do appreciate you all for joining us. But we'll be back with more right here on NBNN on Monday. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday.
Goodbye.